Alright everybody, welcome back. I have just noticed, unfortunately, that it did not accept the fact when I've reloaded the game, it does not seem to have accepted the fact that I put flowers on the grave, unless those flowers that I saw, which I thought I put on there, maybe the game, maybe they were already there and I just didn't notice, so unfortunately, I'm gonna go all the way back. It wasn't, in fact, I actually don't even know because when I reloaded the game, it did not have me right there, so I'm gonna have to go put it back where it needs to be. But luckily, that shouldn't take any time at all. We can run over here and do that, and then be on our way. Ugh. If only there were constant teleports. I'm gonna just go through here. Yes, I can. Easy enough. Let's go. See,
yes.
Okay, no, there were...
The place has
it just
changed
didn't.
since the explosion, but it was... May all who suffered from this tragedy find all rest in peace.
Okay, it just didn't keep what I had saved. Fine, game. Fine. Here we go. Apparently hadn't unlocked that one. Let's see, is there anything interesting in here other than this? I should be able to make cold medicine. Good, because when we go over to Whitechapel, I know that there's at least that one guy that, I don't think I want to, tear down my watch. I'll leave that stuff for later as well. Nothing else? Still not been able to really use that. I know that my bullets aren't technically full, but whatever. It's fine. Was there...
It's
oh, that's
locked.
locked. I'll have to look next time I'm able to... when I'm doing my upgrades, because I swear, you know, I don't understand these locked items. If there's no way without getting a key to unlock them, that's gonna be crappy. So I don't know if there's a way to get myself a power to unlock stuff. Or if yes, I'm just gonna have to have keys to everything instead of somehow being able to break in with all of my vampiric strength. But anyway, we gotta go back to Dyson. Hopefully, swiftly. Talk to him, tell him that we, you know, took care of that for him. Hopefully he'll feel better. I mean, I can't imagine that that'll fix all the problems in the world, but I hope that it at least gives him some peace, and maybe he'll stop drinking. Who knows? Doubtful. But... is that shining? Yes, it was. Okay. Dyson's over by the turquoise turtle normally. Or in it. Or... there you are.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
I am that doctor. Let me double check. Why is this white now? That's weird.
I found the location of the explosion, Mr. Delaney. I placed a flower for you where it happened, just as you asked.
Really? That's so kind. I never thought someone would... Well, thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Nothing, really. And I'm sorry for your loss.
What? No, I didn't know them. No car was supposed to park there that day. Stupid bastard. Why did he park there?
You're the man who hid that bomb.
I don't want to talk about it. Leave me alone.
Oh my goodness. Wait a second. What?
I sense your guilt, Dyson. Why is that? Did you not think violence was an acceptable political tool?
I still believe our fight was just. By killing an innocent couple who were just at the wrong place at the wrong time. No way.
Yeah, you died that day as well.
That bomb also killed you that day, don't you see? You just die a slower death, drink by drink.
I know. Maybe I deserve judgment. Until that day, I'll just be Dyson the drunk, not Dyson the murderer.
Unless I tell people. But...
I want you to remember the bomb, Dyson. Tell me about it.
No. I don't want to remember it.
yeah, you weren't targeting them. You were... I mean, it was a factory.
The victims. They were not the target then.
I spent so much time figuring out the perfect moment. I used a short fuse. No car had ever parked there. They all died.
Yeah, why though?
Why use a bomb? What were you trying to destroy?
The Dawson and Dawson ammunitions factory. A symbol of violence against the people. My group wanted to destroy it to send a message.
Oh. I don't know why this is still white.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Yeah, you were an idealist.
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist, and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reid.
Huh.
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
That's not entirely wrong.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Yeah, but who are they?
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Okay. And a bloodless revolution, huh?
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Don't we all? Okay, is there anything you like about this district?
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly, so joyful.
Okay, so that's still not getting me anywhere.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
All right. Well, I've handled that. It is time to go to Whitechapel. Don't have any more with that guy. Of course, that guy's dead. And you have a headache, which I still can't cure. And he's got a cold, which I do have a cure for. And this guy who I need for Braille. Alright, but to Whitechapel we go. So, we're going to be heading back this way. Excuse me, you two. Ugh. The fact that trains are still running actually kind of freaks me out because this whole town seems so dead, but then there's actually stuff going on. It's not cut off entire. It's like it's cut off from the rest of the world, but the world outside is still moving on, still happening. Ooh, garbage. Okay, is this guy back? He is not. Excellent. Okay, there's my two favorite guys. But we are back at the hospital. Hooray, hospital! It's time we made another trip, a hopefully fruitful trip to Whitechapel. We haven't really seen too many people, other than that one guy. So, I think I want to see if I can kill this guy finally. I'm gonna go around him. But not really getting behind him, I don't think. Wet Boot Boy note. Concerning the recruitment of boys in Whitechapel, I think I found one, Albie. He's as stupid as a stool, though, but tough. I asked him to prove to me he could get some drugs for the black market and deliver quick and nicely. Next time we meet, I'll tell him he's accepted as a Wet Boot Boy and he must now meet with the bosses to get his orders. Albert Palmer, new hint. Okay. Well, I'm glad I finally killed this guy. I hate you. You're the one who murdered me so long ago. Dead inside. Let's go. Fine. Okay, these guys aren't too big of a problem. I've dealt with them before.
If you spot one, fire.
Oh my god!
Oh Christ! No!
Okay. And a little bit of healing. A little bit more healing. Let's see. Did you all drop something? Yes, you did. Okay. Moving on. We've got nothing going on through here. I actually don't think that I can get through this way, but I'm doing a double check. I think this is a dead end. Unless there's a balcony door I don't know about. I'm gonna have to go around. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Can I get up there? No, okay. Well, fine. Here we go. Double checking for items. Anything hiding out in here? That's just my chest of ammo, which actually... Nope, that still doesn't do anything. I really don't understand. But oh well. It's fine. Ow, rude.
Spark, he's dead! His head! Empty! Dyson!
Ow! Get off me! Okay then. Was unexpected. I've taken those guys out before with no problem. Oh well. Wait a second, I believe there's a guy here. Yes, there is. Okay. Hello. Oh, that's not really what I meant to do, but... I mean, I appreciate that, rats, but,
I have this thirst for blood.
I don't know why you're shocked about that. You are a vampire.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Really? Oh.
More and more every year.
Okay, well, I guess I'll just go kill everybody.
When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol.
It's your first patrol. Aww. Okay. I miss them being all level 5. It's like, oh man, they're not all extremely easy to murder. Okay, I'm gonna go this way just to see where it gets me. Oh, Whitechapel Old Road. Don't know where that is exactly, but we're still in Whitechapel, so... Oh, hey guys. How you doing? Don't mind me, don't mind me. Know what to make of those grenades that they've got that are all... I don't know what, you know, what the heck is in them. But, let's see. Getting a little bit further away from where I really want to go. Level 14 shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hi.
It's illegal! Go! Well, we have to stop it!
Oh, hi. Reverend Kane.
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news.
No, it's not. Who the heck were you? Random named enemy? Okay. Well, at least he's been taken care of, I guess. That's something. Okay, I need to be going this way. Let's see, can I get through here? Yes, I can.
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fella.
Yeah, this Petrescu fella. What's this? What's this? I want it. Why can't I have it? A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden between the flowers. Camellia. Hey, that's you!
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
Can she talk?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Hey, excuse
Melia,
me.
I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever.
Okay then. Well, at least you're healthy.
Very well. Goodbye then.
You have your health, if nothing else. I won't bother you any further for the moment. Can I go in there? More flowers with that voucher. Quarantine keep out. Okay, where is this? Well, I mean, where is this? It's a church. I wonder if that's, no, because that's not his area. I would say that that's where that guy who's not really a priest, but kind of a priest, lives, but no. Hello, human.
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. Did Milton put glasses on? Because they sound exactly alike. They just... that sounds like his voice, I swear. Yeah, what are you doing here, news guy?
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Really? Quite frankly, yes, it is a disgrace.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
And yeah, what are you, you're not really afraid of going out at night?
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
No.
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Well, they got really hungry, alright?
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
Yeah, you risk your life to reveal the truth, huh?
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
I respect you, sir.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Alright, well... So who are... Oh, well, I'm fine. Here,
Do you need
Be well.
assistance?
That would be nice of you, Doctor. Who knows what I may have caught during my investigation.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
quite frankly, I just think people
Goodbye,
need to stop
Mr. Dark.
staying up all night.
Farewell.
I have an excuse for it. You don't. Go to bed. Alright. Anything in the churchyard? It's not looking that way. Creepy churchyard at night. Oh, wait. Wait. Anything? Nope. Oh, dear. Someone's preaching. Hello? What am I up here for? There's nothing up here. Psh. Or is there? Can I get in there? No. Okay, who was yelling? Oh boy. Hi.
You are blinded by your false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine.
Excuse me.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reid, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought.
Oh dear
my
lord.
son.
Ha ha ha. Let's just... Oh, good, you're healthy. I don't have to help you out. Yeah, what?
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
There's no Armageddon here. Sure, though. What's going on?
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
Really? What are you gonna do about it?
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes.
You want to burn them, don't you?
What is left then?
Cleansing
Yep.
fire.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What now?
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Yeah, no. No. Yeah, this is the 20th century. You need to not be burning people.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Sorry, Joseph?
A fool.
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
And you want to kill more and more people in the streets.
What do you mean? When
Also,
quite a judge.
Yeah.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Okay, so that's about it for that. Any family you got there, son?
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
no. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupt...
Well, I'm sure he's dead.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
Well, I'm sure he's dead then.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Okay then. Do you know anything about Dorothy Crane?
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
Why?
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Oh, good grief. I might have to kill you.
So you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Oh, good grief. Okay, thank you.
I have
Thank
had
you
enough
for
for tonight.
your information, you annoying man. Alright, anything on this side that I can pick up? What's through here? We have behind the church. Really? You guys can't hear this? Did you just appear out of nowhere? Alright then. Okay. No problem. Oh look, there's probably rotting fruit. At least everyone should be... Oh boy, a cigarette case. Okay, well that doesn't open. I don't know where the heck I'm going. Oh! Cemetery. That's nice. Great. Oh. Hi there.
Some of us come to this world already touched by grief.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an
Now?
artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nificant, at your service.
Okay, that's nice. So what are you doing in the graveyard? Hmm?
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
In the
Not at
graveyard.
all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
You know, people are sick, right? Oh, you have a cold.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
Okay, maybe you should go home.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Okay. So what are your thoughts on this situation? Although, frankly, it sounds like you're fine with it.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Hey, yeah, you're a weirdo. Yeah, you're a unique person.
Yes. The enjoyable silence of the grave. You have a unique perspective on the situation, I must admit.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Yeah, you might not want to hang out in graveyards right now, sir.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
Yeah, it's kind of risky, sir.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
Well then, fine.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Yeah. I guess so. The mute Flores is part of a plot. Yeah, why here, of all
Tell
places?
me, Mr. Nificant, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Okay. Yeah, what are these examples of said
In what
stirring
way,
and
exactly?
challenging?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Okay, you're morbid.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir, Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Oh.
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a
Yes.
locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
You don't even know her.
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
And fantasy can be somewhat dangerous.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
Okay, hey, guess what? She might be involved in a plot.
Did you know the mute florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious Camellia.
You don't want to help me find out, huh?
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
You don't know that. You don't know her. She could be a hateful, demonic person.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nificant.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reid.
Okay, just double checking that we didn't add any more. Okay. Well. Oh, that's not what I wanted to hit, but that's okay. You've got a cold. I'll help you out.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll make
I'll
that
leave you
other
alone,
guy
sir.
one later, because quite frankly, he's a jerk, and while you're weird, you're so far not a jerk. So, you get the cold medicine. Ooh. Sycophant Publishing? Really? Dear Mr. Nithercott, thank you for sending your book of poems, Songs from the Defeated City, which we found as interesting and profound as we told you the first time we received it. Alas, in the terrible times our country is currently facing, you must understand that such title would be totally inappropriate for any publication. Thus, since you still refuse to change your title and demand the full publication of none of your work, I'm sorry to announce that Sycophant Publishing chose the second option. Ooh, hey, guess what? I know more about you.
Good evening, Mr. Nificant. You don't really make a living from your scribblings, do you, Richard?
No, sir, I don't. I work so hard. I put all my time, my energy, my devotion into the precise carving of words.
But yeah, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
Still, you don't seem to suffer from poverty.
With thanks to my parents, actually. I'm afraid I would not be able to live on my own without their help.
You seem embarrassed.
Someday I hope to proudly offer my first publication to my parents. Until that day, I'll remain the failure of a son they have to support.
Well, you know... do what you love, I guess.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
All right. Moving on. Anything? Doesn't look like it. All right. Hello, Camellia. Oh, God, post. Stop peeking in windows. That's creepy. Alright, what do we have? Oh, garbage. Smells like rotting meat. Okay, well, I don't want to mess with anybody right now. I'm still looking for... okay, what about around here? Nothing here. Oh, there's more people. Excellent. Oh, God, hi.
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
Nothing.
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'll make sure to get you some, stuff.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
Okay, okay. Yeah, like she cares.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Alright, yeah, what about that guy?
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Yeah, you sound like you're experiencing that.
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Okay, that's not what we're doing, but alright.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
That's why they're looking into it, to learn about it? I don't know. Jeez. Yeah. What about you, ma'am?
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm not judging you.
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Okay, for all, you have family, you have children, you have, sick parents back home. I don't know your life. I assume you do have good reason.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Okay.
Goodbye, miss.
Well, it
care of
sounds
yourself.
like she's at
That's
least not
best.
doing something wrong. I mean, really, from all that I'm getting, she's trying to run her own little clinic. And, not entirely a bad thing.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
Okay,
I'm
whoa,
not a
calm down.
journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reid, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
You're kind of small for a Colossus. But you're healthy. Good for you.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Wow, okay.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Okay, then. Okay, nothing personal about you. You know
Have
Dorothy?
you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine, and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane. Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Okay, well, fair
Goodbye,
enough.
Mr. Peterson.
I see we have a door here. Oh, knocking.
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reid, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry, no, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Oh, let me in.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way.
Oh, I got my way into a house. Peterson's house. Sorry, I'm probably shouldn't steal right in front of you. Thank you.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
Okay. He's also fatigued. You okay there?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough, like... Well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things.
Oh.
That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
Looks okay.
You have a roof over your head, a place to call home. Many people here are not as lucky, you know.
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
How old are you? Does anyone need to consult you?
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reid. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Oh, okay. Nothing there.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
You probably should.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
It's probably because you're a gloomy person. You cheer up. I'm gonna go rob your house. Hope you don't mind.
It's locked, all right.
But there's money by the bed. Dear Mr. Peterson, it is my duty to inform you of our refusal to accept your application for a job at the dockyard. I must thank you for the time spent at our office explaining the difficulty of your situation with your ill boy and the loss of your beloved wife. But it is also my duty to point out the policy of our company, which expressly reproves the employment of former criminals or convicts. Your unfortunate connections with the ill-famed Wet Boot Boys have been duly noted. These are hard times, sir, and Finch and Harper intend to reward first the candidates who pass the small inquiry we like to conduct about our future employees. You have my deepest sympathy, and may God be with you and your family. Why do you have that? If you ever suspect someone to be a vampire, don't try to kill it yourself. You have no chance. Instead, contact me or try to inform a professional vampire killer. These men and women are rare, but they know what to do against these evil creatures. It even seems that some of them are working together under the name of the Guard of Priwen, a paramilitary organization dedicated to the eradication of the vampires in London. They are your friends. You are not alone. Solutions exist. Be smart, spread the word. Okay, well, that's not good. I'm gonna get out of this house. Excuse me. Goodbye. Goodbye. Can I leave that door? No. So nice to see you.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
Yeah, no kidding. Why are you even open right now? Let's look at your stuff.
Show me what you have.
Tiny good handle part. Oh, it's for an offhand weapon. Okay. Okay, well, I'll leave that for now.
Fancy buying?
You never lose.
How's business?
How is business around here?
Business? I have no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Oh, really? Why?
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap?
Yes, all that.
As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Okay, yeah, violence?
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Yeah,
Where
something
did this
like
happen?
that.
Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days.
Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Really? New investigation indeed. Are you okay, though?
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Yeah. Personal questions? Nothing for that.
Have you heard of a
Dorothy
nurse
Crane?
called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Yeah, she's an excellent nurse.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
Yeah, sounds like she's a great person.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
All right.
One way or another.
Hey,
You again? What do you want this time?
I've got some questions.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Aww.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Aww.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Okay, so you'd rip off your own head for putting yourself in jail and making sure your son was taken away from you? Because that's what would happen. But alright then.
Why do you keep on working for the gang, Joe? You know it doesn't suit you.
It's true, I hate this job. And I know I made some bad choices, but I'm a wet boot boy now, and people won't forget it.
You could leave tomorrow. Start another life in another town.
That's easy for you to say, Doctor. We are poor. My son's weak, and there's no way he'll endure another disappointment.
Well...
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well, too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
You could have refused.
Most people don't become thugs when unemployed. This is a choice you made.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons, and that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Guess I gotta go back and talk to him now. You guys are like 10 feet away from each other, and here I am talking between you.
Fancy buying something, sir?
I do not.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years. I saw him box once or twice. He was a friend then. And these days, he's just another thug.
Okay.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson? Besides his behavior toward you, obviously.
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Yeah, I can see that that can be Yeah, despair can be poison.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, ain't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Well, I'm not saying that, he should have. I'm just saying that that's, probably why he started.
And no one has ever stood up to this thug.
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against a wet boot boy.
I would.
What do you know of Harry Peterson? The boy seems so fragile. Not like his father at all.
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son,
yeah,
almost
everything,
I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Alright, well...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Guess I have to talk to Harry again. Where's the door? This is the one. Excuse me, Harry. Oh, come on, can't I just...
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Sure. Is there only pain and suffering in
Oh
this
my
world?
god. Shut up, kid.
I'm not bothered.
So, yeah, what about those two?
Your father and Mr. Lewis used to be good friends. What happened, Harry?
I was young then. I don't remember Mr. Lewis ever coming back again after my mother died. Or was it after my father started bullying him? I don't know.
Yeah, did you talk to him at all?
Have you tried speaking to Mr. Lewis about it?
I don't go out often, but yes. And he scolded me and told me to leave him alone. I guess my father frightens him too much.
Quite frankly, I think you look a lot more like him than you do your own father.
But you are not responsible for your father's actions.
Am I not? Dad always says that he joined that gang for my safety. So if I wasn't born, people wouldn't be worrying about Colossus Joe.
Would it ease tensions with your father if he got an honest job? Because he tried, you know.
I can't say. I'd be glad if he dropped his thuggish activities, but I'm not sure it would be enough.
Why is that?
Sometimes I suspect it's me, Dr. Reid. Or it's this life. It's like I can't find my place.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that other guy is your father.
Goodbye, young man. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, take care. You were...
Even my dreams are
Oh my
soaked
god.
with gloom.
Shut up. Oh, now you guys are talking. Of course, he's probably just telling you what to do. Alright, well, we are going to have to continue this in the next episode. We will continue rummaging around in Whitechapel trying to find out more about Dorothy. But until then, thanks everybody for watching. Bye.